If you're still struggling to get faster in F1 24, then this video is made for you. In this video, I'm gonna show you 30 tips in rapid succession to help you bring your driving to the next level. You ready? Here we go! Every extra kilo of fuel slows down your car by 0.03 of a second during the race. The front wing has more of a negative effect on the top speed of the car when compared to the rear wing, and not the other way around. To be fast in F1 24, you need to become a god at managing your battery. Since everyone can regain battery at an insane rate, where you decide to use and where you decide to harvest will make the difference between a good and a great driver. Turn in earlier than you think. This is something I learned from playing rally games, especially when it comes to driving on loose surfaces like gravel or snow. If you wait till you reach the corner before you start turning in, then it is already too late. Hard medium is pretty much always the fastest strategy on paper. It allows you to stay in the train during the first stint, but also for you to be on the softer compound in the second half of the race when the car is lighter on fuel, thus making you faster. However, other factors such as traffic, DRS trains, and compound tide varying per track need to be taken into consideration. On most tracks in F1 24, the hard tire lasts a really long time. You can generally box really early and go all the way to the end of the race on a single set of hards. When in a DRS train and the driver in front of you boxes, you should box one lap later and push on your in lap so that you can stay in the DRS when you come out with fresher tires. Congratulations, you now have one lap fresher tires compared to your opponent in front. When racing, you should turn your graphics settings all the way down and remove all unnecessary eye candy that might clutter the screen. Turn off settings that you will not even notice while driving over 300 kilometers per hour. Things such as shadows or weather effects and particles should be toned down or altogether removed. Brakes are always more powerful than steering to rotate the car. This is a simple rule in sim racing that also applies to F1 24. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you will unlock your true potential. Running your game on 60 FPS is still faster than 144 or 200 Hz or FPS because the physics engine is still tied to the FPS. Come on, Codemasters. Steer less to turn more. Now, before I start sounding like Doc Hudson, as you get faster, you will realize that steering more does not make the car turn more. If anything, it just overheats the tires, overly scrubs them, and creates understeer. Before we go on with the rest of the video, do any of these tips pique your interest? Would you like to see me do a deep dive on one of the topics mentioned in this video? Let me know in the comments below. Learn what you can from your races, but don't beat yourself up for your past mistakes. Having a good attitude is important if you wish to keep progressing. This is true in any sport, and this is also true in sim racing. In a lot of places this year, you can brake a lot less compared to F1 23. With the help of engine braking, some corners even go as far as only requiring a slight lift as opposed to braking compared to last year. If you're losing the car under braking, try moving the brake bias forwards towards the front of the car by adding one click on your MFD. This is especially useful in race situations. Making the front work harder under braking can give you more stability under braking, especially as your rear tires start fading away. If you wish to start recharging your battery right away on a straight, set your battery mode to none, then briefly downshift to 7th and back up to 8th to trigger the ERS harvesting sooner. This is a known trick used by esports drivers. Subscribe and watch Formula Kai's videos for more tips. Whenever you come up to a corner, your eyes should be doing these 3 things in this exact order. 1. As you approach the corner, pay attention to your braking reference. Is it the 100-meter board? Is it a line on track? 2. As you start to release the brakes and turn in, move your focus to the apex of the corner. You should also aim to hit it the same way lap after lap for more consistency. 3. The moment you hit the apex is when your eyes move to the exit, to the track limit. This will give you a good reference on how much throttle you can use as you unwind the steering wheel. Braking in a straight line is much more effective and allows you to brake later and harder. Don't try. I mean, really. Whenever you have to deliver and perform in a high pressure situation, the best way to not crack is by focusing on what you can control. Instead of telling yourself, I have to succeed, simply focus on maximizing the minimum speed that you carry through corners. It will take the pressure off your shoulders and double your chances of not messing up your lap. Because of engine braking, rapidly downshifting will actually reduce your braking distance. Try it. You'll see. As you become more comfortable on track, try driving more oversteery setups that are more on edge. It will teach you how to be more precise with your steering and your brake and throttle inputs, which will in turn make you a better driver. Being inside a car's dirty air reduces tire wear. Yes, you heard that right. In real life, dirty air cooks your tires, but in the game, staying in a car's dirty air actually helps drastically reduce your tire wear. The other way around. It's dumb, but that's the way it is. If corners feel easy to you in qualifying, then you're not pushing nearly hard enough. Remember, switching to your pistol is always faster than reloading. If you think you're using all of the track, think again. Odds are you can probably push the track limits a lot harder. If you do not have access to telemetry or a reliable app that allows you to record your telemetry, the best way to improve is to record your onboard and to watch it afterwards. A lot of the mistakes will become really noticeable very fast. This is something that I used to do and it helped me get much faster. Trail braking is the technique of gradually releasing the brakes as you turn into the corner. This technique allows you to brake later and to carry more speed through the apex by carefully balancing the car using the brakes. You should turn off all assists if it's not done already. Traction control and ABS together will cost you around a second of lap time every lap, if not more. F1 cars, compared to NASCAR or GT3, can actually really turn because of the aerodynamic components on the car. Trust in the turn-in, the car will stick. A general rule of thumb, if tires are running too cold, try reducing tire pressure. But if they're running too hot, you should try increasing the tire pressure. In F1 24, you should pretty much always run max pressures. Don't play time trial. Oh, I mean, seriously. Because time trial will teach you a lot of bad habits, and if your goal is to become faster in race situations, then you should practice in Grand Prix mode or multiplayer sessions to get as close as possible to the conditions that you will have in the actual race. And that was it. 30 tips in F1 24 that will help you become a better driver. I hope this video was helpful, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next time I'm going to upload more nuggets of wisdom. In the meantime, this is Formula Kai signing off. I wish you a happy new year, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.